The new Nigerian Peter Obi'S is preaching will remain in the dream world. Nigerian Catholic priest says, "Good day, my dearest listeners, from wherever you're listening from here. It is another interesting news I bring to your listening ears as a Catholic priest. A Nigerian Catholic priest says to Peter Obi that the new Nigerian is preaching will remain in dream world." Moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. A Nigerian Catholic priest, Father Kelvin Ugu Peter Obi has stated that the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is hoping for things that many Nigerians will never realize. On his Facebook page, Ugu shared a post that read, "Peter Obi earned my respect because he is totally different from the politicians we are used to. In fact, there are many Christian virtues he upholds that many Christians of today have succeeded in watering down." During the last presidential election, I was passionate for a change. But the way things later played out, I had to sit down and sincerely tell myself the truth. The truth is that the type of new Nigeria that Peter Obi is advocating is not realistically possible. In fact, it is not even seraphically possible. I am always very moved by the optimism I see in him and many other ministers and well-meaning Nigerians. This optimism was what I used to have because I thought that with the way Buhari handled Nigeria, the country would be serious in getting it right in 2023. But you see, with the last election, the supporters of this administration, the tribal and religious coloration, were often used in arguing instead of facing truth and fact. The new Nigerian Peter Obi's preaching will remain in the dream world. And even if it comes out, it won't be in the lifetime of anyone who can read this post today. My dear listeners, now we have come to the end of our today's news, and now before I go, moving down to the comment section, the first comment here says, "Father Kelvin Ugu seem to belong to those their faith is based on what they reasonably consider possible, but difficult, which only God can make it possible. He does not believe in the power of God to make all things possible, even what no man had expected that it will happen, to happen. I felt so bad and utterly disappointed with any outspoken Catholic priest who sometimes makes caricature of a fellow Catholic Christian who practically believes and professing strong faith that Almighty and ever-living God have the power to make what is impossible by all calculation and consideration very possible. This will happen in Nigeria if God's wills to utter dismay and bewilderment of Father Kelvin Ugu and his likes in Jesus' mighty name." Another comment here says, "You are very correct, Reverend Father Ugu. Everything in Nigeria is seen with ethnic and tribal coloration, capped with nepotism. The hope of one Nigeria is a daydream." A comment here says, "A new Nigeria is possible. I need to be in my time." A comment here says, "Let's keep our dreams alive. Sooner or later, we shall see the light at the end of the tunnel with Peter Obi in power. New Nigeria is possible." A comment who says, with God all things are possible. So you have given up on him, right? Don't give up on him, New Nigeria is still possible. A comment here says, pastors should lie low for Nigerians to conduct the election in 2027. A comment who says the priest of doom, another Father Umbaka, while God have finished the work he wanted and can't reverse it. And the last comment here says, I think it is possible, maybe sooner or later, when God wants to change something, he sends who he wants. Like God sent Trump to help destroy Iran's demonic plan against Israel, and Israel taking the lead. I've said it many times that the Catholic Church should expel you from their congregation. You are not a true servant of God. My dear listener,